Hi everyone, welcome back to Encounter Encouragement. We're going to talk about battle scars and war wounds today. Now, in life, many of you have been through situations where you have been knocked down, knocked out, down for the count with whatever the situation may be. It may have been a physical situation, it may have been a mental situation. It may have been a loss of a loved one. It may have been an accident. Could have been any number of things where you were just beaten and worn out. You were exhausted. You had nowhere to go and you couldn't move. Basically, you were done. But afterwards, somehow, some way, you made it through. And now you have the battle scars and the war wounds to show for that. And you're thinking, what good does that do me? Scars and wounds? That's not attractive. That's kind of an ugly kind of thing. But in reality, it shows the strength that you have. It shows the endurance that you have. It shows the way that you can overcome and the way that you have overcome. Now, some people have an easy life. Everything seems to be handed to them on a silver platter. Disasters don't seem to hit them. We know that a lot of people in that situation just don't understand how to handle a problem when it comes to them because they've never had to deal with that. Like I said, everything was given to them and handed to them on a silver platter. And when that silver platter falls and they have to stand on their own 2 feet, they don't know how to do it. And they sink. Instead of swimming, they sink. Whereas other people, they're put through the battle. They are knocked down, beaten up, dragged out, and they come through it with those battle scars and those war wounds. And they say, I did it. I did it. See this here? This scar shows what I went through during that situation. That scar on my ankle, that shows when I broke it. That sore on my hand, that's when I did this. The compassion, the mental fortitude that I have, that is because of situations that I went through. I can share my compassion with others because I've been through a loss. I can share my understanding of a physical wound because I've been wounded. I have the battle scars to prove it, to show that life can throw me whatever it wants. It can try to knock me down and beat me up and wear me out. But I am above that. I have the strength and the power by the grace of God, and only by the grace of God, to get through these battles and these wars. But we can't let life beat us up and wear us out. We have to stand strong in the power of God to know that we can get through, because it's not really us that gets through these things. It's the grace of God that gets us through. I'll give you an example. When my brother died, I thought I would lose it. And for a while I did. But I also said, God, let this be something good for somebody else. Let something good come out of this situation. And by my telling the story to different people that I've worked with, many times people have come to me and told me their life was saved because they stopped when they got tired driving and they didn't fall asleep. And they lived to see another day. Another example, when I broke my ankle, my sister-in-law happened to be coming the next morning. I could not have planned to break my ankle the day before she was coming to help me with a different surgery. God knew I would need that help, and He knew that I was going to break my ankle. And if that's going to happen, it's all in His timing, and He directed it, and He got me through. But every one of those scars is a testimony to the fact that I didn't give up, I didn't give in, I didn't let go, I didn't drop down. I got through it, I conquered it, I worked hard to overcome whatever the situation was. And you can too. You can get through whatever it is you're going through right now. Somebody bullying you? They're not telling the truth. They're just trying to hurt you. Ignore them and move on and help somebody else. You've been through an accident. You can heal. You can do the physical therapy when the time comes, and you will be out of some of that pain. You will be able to go on. You've had a loss. Been there. But you can get through it. Trusting God to give you the strength that you need to get through it. No matter what the war, no matter what the battle, the scars and the wounds that we have because of these trials and trials shows that we can triumph. We are never alone if we have God with us. And we will wear those battle scars and those war wounds proudly to show that we have overcome. Just like He did after Easter, Jesus came and He showed the scars in His hand. He had Peter put his hand in his side. He wore those wounds proudly because it showed that He overcame. And with Him, you can too. I challenge you this week to think about the times that you have been through those battles. And how can you use that to then help somebody else? Show some compassion to someone because you know what it's like to have been through that accident, that injury, that illness, that mental frustration of whatever the situation was, that loss. You can help someone because you've been there and you've got the scars to prove it. Until we talk again, I welcome your comments. I really enjoy hearing them. And until then, I wish you a very, very blessed day. Thanks, y'all.